the Muslims are on the back foot. That's the reality of the situation. The Muslims are on the back foot. They are in some situations being actually humiliated by the enemy. In the case of Palestine, there's no doubt about that. That the Palestinians are on the back foot, and they have been for the last 50 years. But what does that show? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, as we read, وَتِلْكَ الْأَيَّامِ نُدَاوِلُهَا بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. And these are the days which we alternate between the people. Meaning what? Meaning one day you will be victorious and one day you will be unsuccessful, or you won't be completely victorious. Victory is not guaranteed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ فَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. He says that we will certainly trial you. And then he lists 5 or 10 things, that loss of life and money and wealth and fear and hunger and all of those things. So give glad tidings to those who are patient. Point being is that Muslims, by virtue of the fact that they are Muslims, have no guarantee to always be victorious. Even the Sahaba. One more time. Muslims, by virtue of the fact that they are Muslims, there is no guarantee that you will always be victorious in every endeavor that you will do. Even the Sahaba. And had that been the case, then there would not have been an Uhud. Because that was not a victory. It was not, we were not going to say it's a failure, but it was not a victory. So here, it's not about not being successful. It's about what you do when you're not successful. And that applies to you, my friend. It applies to you, it applies to all of us. Why? Because not every exam we're going to pass. I'm not talking just about education, but in life. Not every test we're going to pass. Not everything we're going to have our way. And that's why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said in the hadith narrated by Suhaib, he said, عَجَبًا لِأَمْرِ الْمُؤْمِنِ إِنَّ أَمْرَهُ كُلَّهُ لَهُ خَيْرٌ وَلَيْسَ ذَاكَ لِأَحَدٍ إِلَّا لِلْمُؤْمِنِ. He said, wondrous is the affair of the believer. He said, wondrous is the affair of the believer. He said, عَجَبًا لِأَمْرِ الْمُؤْمِنِ إِنَّ أَمْرَهُ كُلُّهُ لَهُ خَيْرٌ. Everything is good for him. وَلَيْسَ ذَاكَ لِأَحَدٍ إِلَّا لِلْمُؤْمِنِ. And this is not the case for anyone except for the mu'min. Why? He gives the answer that إِنْ أَصَابَتْهُ سَرَّاء شَكَرٍ. If good things happen to him, he's thankful. وَإِنْ أَصَابَتْهُ ضَرَّاء صَبَرَ وَشَكَرٍ. And if bad things happen to him, he's patient and he's thankful at the same time. Lesson. The lesson is, don't expect to be victorious every time. Wallahi, it's very funny because, in the World Cup, some of the Arab teams and the Muslim teams, they did very badly. And what I found was shocking was that it shook some of the people's iman. So how come these Muslim teams are losing football? What do you mean? This is not the reasoning. Wallahi. And people have that reasoning. It's ikhtirar, it's delusion. Don't think that it's a fallacy in belief to think that because you are on the right path that you have to be victorious at each stage. Muslims have been mustada'afin fil ard. They have been weakened in the earth, and they have also been muntasareen. They have also been victorious. So that's it. It's about how you respond and react to being either successful or unsuccessful. That's a very big lesson. And the last thing I'm going to mention is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, why did He do it? Why did He make these people die? Because the battle itself, we know what happened. Subhanallah. Wallahi, it was an amazing battle because it showed us the fadl of the Sahaba. It showed us the virtue of the Sahaba. The fact that you have Umayra, who's a woman who was in front of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, putting her body on the line, to protect the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You had Zubayr, who was fighting alongside the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You had Umar ibn Khattab, you had the Sahaba, they were there fighting with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wallahi, there is no greater test of whether you're a truthful person than putting your life on the line in a physical battle. Wallahi, let me tell you something. If you look at the Renaissance period and you look at the Enlightenment period and you look at all these great times of the Western world, these philosophers that put their ideas forward, they didn't fight for their ideas. Karl Marx had an idea of Marxism, and then Vladimir Lenin put the fight up for him. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wallahi, the fact that he fought with the Sahaba is a testimony to the fact that he was truthful. He put his life on the line for what he believed in, and he put his friend's life on the line for what he believed in. That shows he was truthful and his friends were truthful. For those who attack the friends of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from those who call themselves Shia and others, this is a lesson for them. Because how could you cast doubt or aspersion on the Sahaba when they were so clearly on the side of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They put their life, they died for him. They died for him. How can you think that these people were kuffar, munafiqeen, that were darleen? Wallahi, it's a lesson for them. We have to be munsifeen, we have to be fair. Wallahi, it's a big lesson. So here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wanted to show the fadila, the fadl of the Sahaba and of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam through this. And He wanted to do liyumahhis. He wanted to purify the hearts of the people. So if you're in a situation in life where it's difficult, whether it's at work or in your relationship or anywhere else, then think of Uhud, because you know why? Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put you in that situation so He can purify your bad deeds that you've done, and to put you in a stronger position, and so that He can make you a stronger believer. That's how you have to think about it. And you're not going to get it your way all the time. And if it was like that, we'd be in Jannah. But here, Uhud is the ultimate turning point, wallahi, in Islamic history, because after that, the Sahaba had a new energy, and from that there was a springboard to what would come next, and it was a Fath. It was the ultimate conquest which overtook the whole of this peninsula. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So think about that, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.